What up everybody and welcome back, and today I've got Evil Wizard to review on the PC, more specifically Steam. Evil Wizard, to start with, is a humorous game. It's a game where, well, they had to put a warning at the front just in case they insult someone. What a day we live in, eh? But here we are. Anywho, the actual game revolves around an evil wizard, hence one's name, and you have been cast out of your castle by the good guys, so you're actually playing a bad guy, which is kind of refreshing and something new. Although I have to admit, it kind of feels strange when you start thinking about it. When you're slaughtering all these people, you're actually slaughtering the good guys. It's kind of a mind-bendy type thing when you start thinking about it too much. Anywho, it's your task to get your castle back and, I suppose, get revenge on all those douchebag good guys. Adding to this, you not so much break the fourth wall, but smash it down into little pieces and then smash it up and wang it in that bin over there. Yeah, that'll teach it. And to them ends, you talk to you talking to the player almost all the time. And it's actually pretty cool. He even turns around and says, "Come on player, move me because I ain't gonna move myself." And there's even times where, well, you're basically called stupid. Yeah, really nice to come from a PC character, isn't it? And trust me, within the game, there are some standout funny as moments, as well as all your usual collectibles, duckies, some actual NPC good bad guys, and quite a bit of interaction with other characters. It all started off with full voice acting, which got me excited. No, not in that way. And basically came down to reading a lot, which isn't that bad because it's a good script. And those sort of like, you know, when they go, "Ah, evil wizard," and all that lot, and then a load of text, that sort of thing. It's actually done quite well. I'm probably not explaining it too well though. There are also some light puzzling. When I say light puzzling, I mean kind of feather-like puzzling, or at least it was to me. Although I must admit there was a point where I got completely lost and didn't know what to do, and actually thought the game was broken at one stage. But it's not, and all is good. Just open your eyes a bit, okay? Control-wise, all your usual controls, left, right, up, down, swipe a sword, and there's even a dash button, which you will bloody well be using, I tells you. Because normally one of those buttons I'll use a few times and then not bother through the rest of the game, but damn, you need to use it here. There's also your magic, which is done by different elements, and this is actually done quite neatly, to be honest with you, and you get to swap it out when you find the different magics. And in this game, instead of some other games, not all of them, but some of the other games where it's kind of like just a, ooh, look at this, you can throw fire or ice or whatever, this actually is used to progress and get further in the game, which is pretty darn cool. Also, the damage that you do to different enemies is done through, say it's a fire enemy and you hit it with ice, or an ice enemy and you hit it with fire, it does more damage, obviously. You also get thrown in with the map, the inventory, and all the things that you would imagine you'd be getting from a game like this, and also achievements. But then these days, what would a game be without blooming achievements? Everyone wants them, don't they? Well, you have them in here. The map is kind of reminiscent of Metroidvania type games, and it is quite useful, the fact that there is one in here, because the game is actually quite large, which is definitely a good thing. And heck, I like a good map in a game. In fact, let me know down below if you like a good map in a game. The game plays quite fluidly, I will admit, and I did have lots of fun with this one. I have enjoyed every second of playing this game, even the frustrating bits, even the bit that I kind of like cocked up on and couldn't find my way forward, sent an email to the actual devs, and then realised maybe I've got it wrong. The humour of the game definitely urges you forward to see what's next, and it's a kind of story it's one of those ones where you don't have to pay full attention to it because it's not really there, but it is. I personally didn't have any problems with frame rates or anything on my PC, and controlling it was pretty decent. I do prefer controller for this sort of game, but I did play it on the keyboard and it was good enough and definitely playable. And once I did switch to the keyboard, I didn't go back to the controller, so I suppose that says something. Music and sound wise, I can't fault it, it's just so good. The voice and the bits of voice was spot on, really well voice acted. The sounds very atmospheric. All your FX stuff was there as well. It's your pretty normal standard stuff, but to a good quality. Graphic wise, yeah, I like this kind of like a cartoony pixel art type feel to it, and there was plenty to see, to smash up and to do. They had taken their time with this one, and the little ducky like things that you collect were actually pretty spot on and cool. They're all like different characters and all that you may recognize, or hopefully you'll recognize. And it definitely felt like it oozed quality at more or less all points, and these little details that you can see strewn all around the game were definitely appreciated, and definitely something to notice as you progress. I like the fact that you had to use elements at certain times to open certain gates and doors. I like the fact that there was water in here. You can kind of like jump on it and splash down into it, and at certain points there's different ways to get around different places. And sometimes this is where the element of puzzlement comes into it. Boss battles felt well thought out and well done, and I did appreciate the fact that there was more than just a few things that you had to work out. There was a whole list of things that you had to then go back, and there was always something new up until you drained their lives and defeated them. The score, and in short, I would say The Evil Wizard is definitely one you should be putting on your to-do list. This game just oozes quality. It's fantastic. I loved it. Every moment in this game was funny. There was challenging moments. There were moments of just sheer what the heck, and moments where I got lost and couldn't find my way back. And I can't really think of any reason why I wouldn't recommend this. There were a few downsides, but there wasn't enough to say game breaking or even anywhere close to that. It just, for me, flowed well and had a sense of humour that I really appreciate. Dirty jokes, weird jokes, and jokes that I think maybe wouldn't connect with certain people, but who cares? They're just jokes. And if you take it in that fashion, just don't get offended, just go with it and just enjoy the ride. And for that reason, and probably many more, I'm going to give Evil Wizard a 9 out of 10. And I think it's my first 9 out of 10 since I started this whole 1 to 10 scaling, scoring thingy. So well done them devs. As I said, you'll find Evil Wizard on the PC. It will be out now because that's when I'm going to be putting this review out. So thank you for joining me. Come and visit us in our community Discord. Leave a comment down below. Take care of yourselves out there. You're all wonderful people, because life is better when we game together.